have a high apostasy rate of Muslim women because they have all these dreams, all this love, and all this want to be close to Allah. So they embark upon this new way of life, this new religion, and they marry you brothers, and you brothers take away their dreams. You break them, you mistreat them, and you make them end up blaming Allah. It's not Allah's fault, it's your husband's fault. Polygamy is good and clean. It's beautiful. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, when I'm doing those stories of those female companions, look at how just he was. He visited all his wives in one day. And it wasn't a sexual thing. It was 30 minutes to check on them, to see how the kids are. Do you need anything, babe? I love you, babe. And keep it moving. At Isha, he was in the home, whoever's turn it was. If he was not engaged in battle or something, he would be home after Isha. Aisha, radiallahu anha, said he would go to the mosque. After performing Isha, he would go directly to whoever's turn it was house. And that was her time from Isha till Fajr. Fajr. Then he'd leave. He'd come back after Asr to make rounds with all the wives. That's how you maintain justice. If he went out of town on a trip, whoever's turn it was, he'd make it up with them. Or sometimes he'd take them with them. That's why some of the hadiths, he took his wives with him. That was probably her turn. Islam is balanced. Islam is just. Islam is fair. Man is unjust. Man is imbalanced. Man is unfair. So you sisters never blame Allah. Never think badly of Allah. Never think that anything that Allah made lawful is bad. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said everything Allah made lawful is good and clean. Divorce, good and clean. Polygamy, good and clean. Makeup, good and clean. Colors, good and clean. Jewelry, good and clean. Red meat, good and clean. Lamb, good and clean. Chicken, good and clean. Working, good and clean. Praying, good and clean. Everything that Allah made lawful and all obligations that he's imposed upon us as Muslims is good and clean. That's why we never use the word haram. We never, ever, ever use the word haram unless we have a nas, a clear verse that says it's haram. If you can't bring me the verse that says you cannot wear makeup, then don't you dare use the word haram because it's good and clean. Y'all understand? Polygamy, good and clean. If you married to a man who's making it dirty, if you're married to a man who's making it look bad, then you don't diss Allah, you diss him. You sisters stand up and tell these men, look, I'm tired. You don't call me. You don't text me. You don't care about me. I'm done. I can't live this way. I want out of this marriage. You demand it. You demand a kula to get out of it. You go to whoever married you, whatever your guardian was, you tell him, I want a kula. I can't live this way. He's making me hate my religion. He's making me question my Lord. He's making me doubt myself. Get out of the marriage, sisters. You don't blame it on Allah. You just got a bad fish. Toss it back in the sea. There's a million others. Maybe you'll get lucky. Maybe you won't. But remember, if you don't get lucky in this world, you will get lucky in the hereafter, inshallah. I tell you, single sisters die. All this crying and complaining. I want a husband. Be careful what you ask for, sisters, because you could be like my polygamy sisters, very unhappy, because they got husbands, but they got some terrible ones. The ones that's complaining to me here. Be careful what you ask for. If you ain't got a husband in this world, that means Allah knows better. And he's got something better for you. Maybe ain't no man in this world worthy of you. Hello. But a companion is, a prophet is. Your husband's right up there, waiting on you to cross that Sirat bridge so he can welcome you in his arms and say, you are mine. That's what every woman wants to be told. I'm yours. You are mine. So understand, sisters, we got to learn to accept how life is. Understand that Allah is in control of everything. Nothing happens unless Allah wills it. This life is a testing ground for the believer. But understand Allah's El-Adl. He's El-Adl. He's just. His laws are just. His decisions are just. His obligations imposed upon us are just. We have to just submit to them. And that's what Muslim means. Submit to them, sisters. And if somebody is standing between you and your submission to Allah, someone is standing between you and your submission to Allah's laws and his will, then you bounce them out of your life. You don't bounce Allah out. You got to go, bro. Bye. A bientôt. A la prochaine fois. And keep it moving. That's my Geechee, my Creole speak. Okay? All right. So, y'all